Hi all, today we're here to talk about Earthbound. Recently a friend of mine claimed that it was a game where a group of children fight a giant fetus. He had never actually played the game and thought that was all there was to it. While yes, it does end with fighting a giant alien fetus, there is far more strangeness going on in that game, and we're going to talk about all the strangeness, or at least most of it. The game begins with a meteor crashing into the hills above a small town. When going to visit this meteor, a talking insect from the future pops out and claims to be the guardian for the main character of the game, who then promptly defends you against an alien robot from the future. Despite having just killed an alien robot from the future, the insect guardian is apparently no match for an old woman's handbag. He promptly dies, but not before telling you that you need to go visit a few places around the globe to get a song or something. You then single-handedly set out to fight a giant ant, a street gang with a mech, and you also have to fight all the police officers in the town who are apparently very corrupt. And that is all in the first town. In the next city, you have to fight the local crime lord to find out your girlfriend's been kidnapped by a cult, and also release the Blues Brothers from a bad contract. You have to single-handedly fight the cult, and find out they're worshipping an evil statue, which we'll talk more about later. After you fight the cult, your girlfriend's safe. You then go with her to the Blues Brothers to get in their tour van, because apparently only the music of them can protect you from the ghosts that are inhabiting the tunnel to the next city. This next city is under attack by zombies. Not that these zombies seem to be doing anything, but they seem to upset the townsfolk regardless of them not doing anything. At this point, your party of characters is captured when your main character is seduced by a hooker who is working for the zombies. This leads to the introduction of a third character, who comes in on a flying saucer to rescue the other two members of the party. With this new character, you get rid of all the zombies with giant sheets of flypaper. With the zombies dealt with, you now move on to the next city. This is a city populated by beings that are just heads with feet. That is all. These beings are apparently being enslaved and harassed by a talking pile of vomit. You find out that this pile of vomit that talks has addiction issues, and you use these addiction issues to defeat him. This saves the town that's filled with heads with feet growing out of them, that incidentally also talk like retards, and you're free to move on to your next destination. You now find yourself in a big city. This time you see that a childhood friend has taken over this city with political corruption. You again have to save the Blues Brothers, this time by fighting a series of moles to get a large diamond to again free them from a bad contract. You have an acid trip caused by the evil statue that was leading the cultist earlier, and at some point during all of this you learn how to teleport from some monkeys that live in the desert. Once you're done there, you find yourself in I Can't Believe It's Not Miami. While there, you eat some drug-laced baked goods. This causes a hallucination, a group hallucination, that leads to a fourth member of the party finding you, who's implied to be a shared imaginary friend of all three previous characters. You then hop on a boat, go to the Middle East. On the way, you fight a sea monster. You then have some fun going through a pyramid, and meet a man who is a living, walking dungeon, apparently. With his help, you get to the jungle. You fight the talking pile of vomit again, who's gotten over his addiction issues. You meet a tribe of green men who show you the path to the center of the earth. The path is guarded by a talking rock. It can't move or anything, it can just talk, so it's really not much of a guard. Oh, and on your path to the center of the earth, you fight psychic dinosaurs. Okay, then once you get to the center of the earth, you've visited all the places you needed to go to assemble the song or tune or whatever. Our main character then retreats inside his own mind to fight his inner demons. After he's done fighting his inner demons, then he and the other three characters have their brains put in robot bodies, which they then use to go and fight a giant alien fetus. That pretty much sums up the game. There's a lot more what the fuckery happening at various points, but this is kind of the broad strokes. Great game, by the way, and I recommend everyone who listens to this go and play it.